Heyo everyone, Hexi here. I hope you're all ready for some more Xenogears. Oh. It's not responding. That's not good. Hold on, I'm gonna re-plug in my controller. There we go, now let's try it. Uh-oh. Wait, I can get the home screen, but I can't hit start? What? There we go. Now, last time we were playing this, we encountered the giant sandworm. He's a little fat, but, Hey, Ramon, welcome! How are you doing today? Anyways, we found out last time that the giant sandworm's a bit tougher than I anticipated. So we gotta come up with a way to beat him. Are there no settings in this game? Huh. I was hoping there would be an option to make auto-running a thing like in Chrono Cross. You just gotta hold circle, I guess. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're having a good Saturday morning. I think in order to alleviate this boss fight's difficulty, I'm just going to drop a save state before the boss fight. Because it's not like we can level up our robot yet. And it is strictly a robot fight. But if we just run out into the desert... What are they? Are they AV gears? I'm worried about Doc. Oh, hold on. Let me move the window over a little bit more. I couldn't see it through the microphone. I guess I may as well follow those gears. Oh. I slid down the backside of the sand dune. There we go. Learned a combo. I thought we already had that before we got here, but I guess we just learned it while we were on the, way to the boss fight. How far is Doc gone? Now I've lost sight of the gears, too. What's happening? Still a really cool effect with the shadow. Even though this thing's really low poly, it still looks impressive. What the heck is that thing? A different unit? Are they going the same direction the saucer went? I better follow them. There, they're little jumping dust clouds over there. Now that we've got our first little combo move, we can wipe these guys out pretty easily. Just wish Faye would increase his, dodge game. Then I wouldn't have to keep feeding him all this hob jerky. Also, let me drop down that save state now, just in case. Does the desert ever end? It'll get dark soon, so I better hurry and... What's going on here? Gears, a flying saucer, and now these guys? I hope Doc's alright. Whoa! Sorry about that. Just let me borrow this for a while. I like the mixture of 3D and 2D here, where they've got a 2D sprite of Faye riding a 3D motorcycle. That's pretty cool. Mixing your artistic mediums like that causes a very distinct style. And here comes the robot. And another one. only there was some way to fight robots with your bare hands. Is it such a big deal that I stole one motorcycle? Odd. Hey, I was looking everywhere for you. Doc, you're all right? Of course. Looks like we don't have time to chat. Hey, hurry. Hurry and do what? I can't use Weltall very well. Only you can use its full potential. Hurry up and get on board. Man, Doc, it sure is weird that you know that. All right. Now, since we know a combo, if we use it here, it should also work, I think? Nope, we've only got one attack bar here, never mind. I forgot about the fart dodging. Also, much like the enemies in Chrono Cross, this game features enemies that have a damaged state or weakened state whenever they take too many hits. And I just love that. See, they like hunch forward after they've been damaged too much. Ooh, learned inner healing. And then we get this look inside the cockpit. Faye has a full 180 degree, or no, 360 degree monitor setup. No above and below by the looks of things, though. Mwahaha! What the? Oh no, wait, he does have a top camera. No bottom camera, though. Your hot-blooded desire for battle has not been tamed, I see. Who are you? Who? Wait, I know you. You're the one who killed her. Her? No, the one who killed her was... No, it wasn't me. That's right, it was you. Coward. You're the one from Lahan. I knew it. I am Graf, the Seeker of Power. I think I said it last time. Do you think he's related to King Seeker Frampt? You certainly showed how much power you had back there in Lahan, didn't you, Faye? How much power I had? You don't mean. Great power is necessary to achieve my goal. I sent those gears into that land as a trigger to awaken the power in you, to make contact with you. A trigger? So you set the whole thing up? That's right, the demise of your loved ones. And you, helpless to prevent it, the grief, the scream from your heart born out of tragedy. That was the trigger for your power. You mean you attacked my village just to get me into this gear? Why did the villagers have to die? Who cares why? It does not matter how many of them died. They were wretched vermin only living from day to day without ever fulfilling their prescribed destinies. Have you forgotten? You were the one who destroyed the village. I did not lift a finger. No. I was just trying to save the village and its people. I never intended to destroy it. Is that really so? Surely you have heard it. It is the very essence of you, the voice of desire from within you that craves destruction. Shut up. Even if that were true, it was still you who started it. If you hadn't come, the village wouldn't have been put through this. Passing the blame now, I see. That is so like you. That's good. At least your basic nature remains unchanged. Ugh. Big oof. You said you need my power. Just what do you intend to do with it? You know what? To destroy Mother God. Destroy God? Yes, we will destroy God. That is our purpose. That is our destiny. Don't be ridiculous. I won't get involved in such a thing. If you want to destroy God or whatever it is you're on about, do it by yourself. Ha! You resemble your father. Huh? My father? You knew my father? That was a most delightful scream. I was enthralled by it. Nothing is more beautiful than a scream of death. What did you do to my father? What happened between you two? Do you really wish to know? But for you to learn, that at this point would be a waste. What? That power of yours is not yet fit for purpose. It is only reasonable to put it to the test until it becomes so. Huh? What the hell is that? What will you do, Faye? If you fall here, then that's it. Perhaps for you, ignorance would be bliss, but is that what you truly desire? If what you really want is to know the truth, then you must show me that you have attained the level of strength I require. To do that, you must destroy others using your own power. Only then, in exchange for a scream of death, will you regain all that was lost. Wait! I'm not through talking to you! Methinks he talks too much. Anyways, let's put a save here just in case we die again. Okay, that does no damage. Guided shot, maybe? Well, that does some damage. Absorbing the fuck out of my fuel, though. normal dodge, but can you stand up to Faye's multi-part dodging? Wow. Yeah, something tells me I should be doing way more damage here. Oh, never mind. That was the answer. Just fire blast him until he dies. Okay. Well, I'm happy with that if you guys are. We got an eyeball, even though it's a sandworm that doesn't have eyes. Faye, are you alright? Faye? I'm fine. The gear seems to be broken, though. I'm so glad that you are unharmed. I had only made emergency repairs to the gear. I guess they were not robust enough for a sudden battle. Faye? Oh no, the AV military, not now. Faye, this is the part where we go quietly, huh? Faye? Well, at least they're giving our mech a nice ride back to wherever. Do you think sideways wheels would actually work on sand? I get the feeling that's counterproductive. Ooh, another anime cutscene. These are gonna get a lot less frequent towards the middle of the game. We get a lot of them at the beginning and the end. Let us join together as one. I never thought we'd meet again quite like this. It's either fate or irony. However, I will keep him from your clutches. Even if it kills me. Yeah, that red-haired guy is kind of like the main antagonist here, and he's shown up as a cameo character in a bunch of Final Fantasy, like, mobile games and whatnot. They just keep crossing him over with Final Fantasy. How are you, Faye? Did you sleep well? Huh? Well, sort of. Sorry, I messed up. I was careless. That gear is a top-secret experimental model from Kislev. It was only natural for that AV would also be madly searching for it. Faye, are you hurt? You do not look so well. No, it's just... That man in black spoke of your father's fate. Is that what's wrong? There's that too, but... The other stuff he said... What happened at Lahan was all planned to get me to board the gear, or so he claimed. That's got me worried. Hey, Anchor Cell, welcome. Hope you're having a good day today. Yeah, I played this a lot whenever I was a kid, because the story's really good in this one. It's got like a super in-depth story. You can say that about most JRPGs, but this one has layers. Like Shrek layers of or levels of layers. Anyways, now this guy's in our party. To get you to board the gear... Doc, before the village was destroyed, I lived without doubting myself. But it's different now. I don't know who I am. I've never felt like this before. Well, as prisoners, we're helpless to do much about anything. Let's rest a little. Maybe it will put your mind at ease. Let's talk more. Are you worried about your father? All I know is that the maid at my home in Lahan told me, one night a strange masked man carried me to Lahan. I was heavily wounded at the time. In my delirium, I called out for my father. That's all they could tell me about my background. I don't remember anything of my father or my past, so I guess I'm not really all that lonely or sad. Let's see, are there any secret items hiding around? Can I jump onto the bed? Let me jump up here and see if I can't grab anything. I like that the pipe actually stops us from jumping here, but surely there's gotta be a way to get something from in this room, right? No? Okay. Sorry, the well at the beginning of the game has me really paranoid now. In the beginning of the game, there was this well and you need to jump into it 3 times in order to get all of the items out of it. And each time you do, you get stupid well puns. Hey, let's get some rest. No, let's talk some more! Doc, why do I have no memories? Why didn't it bother me until now? Okay, he ran out of things to say. Good idea, let's get that rest. I am certain it was him. That was no coincidence. Could it be that we are approaching the time of the gospel? Yes, the gospel. The Emperor's speaking. With God's slumber, we humans were banished from paradise and had to live as exiles on the harsh surface of the earth. Having filled the earth, we will again enter the presence of God, return to paradise and gain eternal life. That is the time of the gospel. The time is approaching. We Gazelle must search for God's resting place and revive him by then. If this does not come to pass... If it does not come to pass? Then by fate's hand, as ever, we... You can't just leave me hanging on that! Your Majesty, will we really face annihilation? Oh. Someone's watching the transport. Bingo! Just as the report said, an AV transport. And look at what we have on top. No mistaking it, that's a new Kislev model. It has to be the stolen gear everyone's after. Whatever the case, there's no way we're gonna let that damn Shakan have it. Gunner! Turrets Anton and Bertha, 20 seconds between opening the hatches and activating azimuth controls. Vance. I don't hear anything other than the following sound of the sand. No suspicious radar activities detected. Marcellus. Matreya's units are on standby at the catapults. They'll all be able to launch 1 minute after we resurface. Good, let's do it. Backcon level 1. Surface combat ready. Torpedo room ready. Anti-gear ready. Young Master, what is happening? What was the alarm all about? Young Master, hold on a second. Battle stations, everyone. Surface navigation, begin operating the sand pump. Prepare to fire starboard cannons upon surfacing. Young Master! Trim to the right. The wind is strong up there and we may be blown off balance. Jericho, hand the helm over to me. Look, what is that? A sand cruiser? It must be those desert pirates. Damn, I wish sand cruisers were a real thing. We need some real-life land battleships. I know they're massive targets, but being able to have massive cannons on land would be a good strategic advantage. Alternate firing between Anton and Bertha. Calculating adjustments. Oh yeah! Switch modes over to salvos after the initial shots. Let's slow them down. Get ready to give them a spanking they won't forget. That does not sound like something pirates would say. Come on, let's spank them. We got the freaky pirates over here. Young Master, please wait. Spankings are completely inappropriate. It may just be a requisition ship, not a warship. Let me handle this. Whether it's a warship or not, it's carrying a new gear model. Gunner, let him have it. Uh-oh. Yeah, it kind of makes you wish we were on the other side of the ship, doesn't it? Judging by the angle, it seems that a gun blast has made a hole in the hull. We will probably sink within minutes. I don't think things sink into the sand in minutes. I think it kind of takes time in a sandstorm. Minutes, Doc? It is locked. Somebody free us! Arg! Let's get out of here, Doc. Yeah, I just don't feel like sand floods things like this, like it's water. Oh, wait. Can I climb this? Yes, I can. Can I get anything for climbing this, though? Not really. Oh, got another chest to grab. Oh. Damage from engine room fire. And they have grenades? Guys, do you really think you should be throwing grenades when the engine room is already on fire? I like how utterly ineffective their pistols are. Grenade, 20 to 50 damage. Pistol, 2. Don't worry, bullets won't ever kill you. Duh. What? They need some immediate healing. I just realized that we've got enough energy now that Faye can do one additional attack before his combo. So we can have him do... Oh well, Doc's gotta do his attacks. We can hit them with weak attack, and then X. Oh, never mind. That breaks the combo. So you can either do all of your attacks or do a combo and lose the rest of your turn. The rules of combat are a little weird, but I accept their terms. Also, Faye's getting lots of new abilities for this. Ooh, that was close. Well, we've got a save point up ahead. Surely that means good things, right? Oh. But yeah, as for why do bad guys always want to be God or kill God, Masky? That comes down to the inferiority complex. A lot of villains are designed with one so that they can have a reason to do bad things, guy. if there was a god, then that would mean that the evil bad guy is not the most powerful character. So, if they can either defeat the god or become the god, then they will be the most powerful being. Damn, I'm really digging Faye's new combo. Yeah, that sounds more like it. Being a menace is much more fun. Who needs to worry about being the most powerful whenever you can just do what you want? Hey, small dino, welcome. How are you doing today? Yep, you got that right. I'm just checking my corners in case I missed any chests. I don't see any though. See, this game has such good angles. Got this like super high angle here for them coming out of the sand crawler. Doc, where did you go? Doc! Hey, can you hear me? I am moving the crane toward Weltall's cockpit. Go up the crane to Weltall. We are going under fast. I got you, Doc, but when you're done, you hurry up there too, okay? Oh, hold on. Is there anything behind here? No, it won't let me know. You're not allowed to see behind the control tower. See more great angles. Just Faye painted against the sky. Most PlayStation games I don't think had like actual views where you could look up at the sky. Usually they were looking down on the world map. So this is pretty cool. Well, the most you'd see of the sky in like most fantasy RPGs was during cutscenes. Here we go again. You and I seem to have a fated relationship. on, Doc, over here. Hurry up. It's so good. This is so peak. I don't like how disconnected its knee joint is, though. It's just kind of floating there. Which, yes, feels like something that I could do in Blender. But, I like to try and keep my models connected. Whoa! Whoops. Are you okay, Doc? Haha. Well, Dr. Katan Uzuki, feels like you have sacked your saccules? And ticked your utricles enough for one lifetime? Wow, dizzy. Sorry about that, Doc. I didn't have time to open up the cockpit. Are you really okay? Hey, I was only joking. Riding in the hand was not so bad. I can see what is so prized about this top-secret experimental machine. Yeah, when I started it up, it began doing all kinds of stuff by itself. Ah, okay. Well, welcome back. The environmental response system in weight reduction hovering kicked in straight away, automatically. Really? Amazing. Save yourselves, but leave your friends to sink in the sea of sand. Don't you have any comradeship? I think you mean camaraderie. Oh shit, it's red! I bet it moves 3 times faster. Not very manly, is it? Just the two of you running away in a gear? Here we go again. Wait a second, we're not Av soldiers. Can't you make a better plea for your life? You come jumping out of that Av ship and claim that you're not Av soldiers? Yeah, sure. I tell you, it's true. How pathetic are you? I don't care if you're the lowliest grunt. How about showing a little spine and putting up a decent fight? Stop it, I'm telling you I'm no soldier. I don't want to fight. Unbelievable, you're still talking? Stop grumbling, just leave that gear and go home. When a problem comes along, you must whip it. For someone who doesn't want to fight, you're quite powerful. I see, an all-environment model, so that's it, huh? Now I want it even more. Well, better, save right there, just in case. I still can't hit him. I wonder if this is another situation where we just have to Kamehameha him to death. Yeah, I think so. At least the game knows what its strong suit is. It's the giant fire beam attack. Nah, we got this. We just gotta keep fireballing him. At least he can't suck our fuel like the worm could. Later on in the game, though, we get access to a workshop, and then we can spend money to level up our robot. So a lot of the time after that's going to be spent getting money so that we can upgrade our robot's HP and attack and its skills, and we can buy extra equipment for our robots, like more heavily armored plates and weapons. So we've got a whole lot of shit that's going to be unlocked later in the game. But for now, you have to prove yourself worthy of it by fighting at level 1 with no upgrades. And right now, as a lowly level 1 mech pilot, the best it seems we can do is rely on our fire beam. Or not Mehameha. Oh crap! In the heat of battle, I get caught in quicksand? Me of all people? This is not how quicksand works. Damn, it's all your fault. Boy, are you gonna get it later, so be ready. Why is this my fault? Hey, come down here now. I'm not going to kill you. All I want is for you to leave this gear, huh? Hey, you're not a soldier. That's why I said over the intercom before that I was not a soldier. Do you just not listen to anyone? Sorry. Yeah, I remember you were saying something like that. I went off half-cocked and thought you were the enemy. My name is Bart. I'm a pirate who works this territory. My name is Faye. Woo, Faye! For no apparent reason, I was shoved onto that aft transport ship and about to be sent off to a detention center. Then the strife just now. Well, I'm rescued at any rate. I see. Well, I'm glad I at least helped you out a little. But I didn't expect a civilian like you would be riding in a military gear. Besides, this gear is a brand new model. I've never seen this type before. Well-Tall has a very distinct helmet shape. And I've been taking notes of these sorts of things for my own robot designs. I've been trying to come up with my own helmet styles that I can adapt into robot heads for my own little Unity game that I'll try and make after I'm done making the Base Baby plush, which has required a whole new level of engineering understanding for me. But I finished a side view and a front view, and now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make the panels to fill in the gaps. So I think I'm going to wind up having to make an actual model of the Base Baby plush so that I can lay cloth over it to use as patterns. It's very confusing. Let's just say that a lot of things have happened. It wasn't like I wanted to pilot it. Where are we anyways? Looks like we fell into one weird place. I've never heard of a huge stalactite cave such as this existing in the desert before. What? Don't you know anything? Where the heck are you from? The desert only makes up a few hundred sharls of the outer layer of the Earth. The stratum underneath is igneous rock like this. From a sea of trees to a sea of sand and now a stalactite cave. What's next? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Never mind. We're in trouble. Look, the hole we fell through has disappeared. We'd better find some other way out, so you want to call a truce for now? At least until we find an exit and get out of here. Yeah, agreed. First we gotta find the way out of here, so let's get going. Whew, thank God I didn't want to dry up and die in the desert. Hey you, I know you're tired, but don't go any further than there. Shut up, you sank our ship. Don't you forget that. No, you shut up. Just be thankful that you were saved. Excuse me, is there anyone who's almost dead with no arms or legs? Or in need of abdominal operation? No one? Well, that's depressing. Why are they asking specifically for amputees? Are they gonna give them cyborg surgery? Like me? I see. This young master of yours is not just opening fire on things at random, Sigurd. Yes, he actually calculated this attack, or so he says. As you can see, no one has died this time, either. Sigurd, sir, the seizure of the goods and soldiers from the Av transport is almost complete. We still can't locate the young master. General Maitreya will scout around again. Okay, I'm counting on you. Yes, sir, taking my leave to join their numbers. So what has become of your all-important master? Seems he got a bit too over-enthusiastic and fell into an underground cave with that other gear pilot. It was near an old excavation site, and they're on gears, so they'll probably get out on their own. Anyway, once we've searched for a while, we'll go to our meeting point and wait for them. You certainly seem to trust him. Trust him? Yeah, I trust he'll get us into trouble. But anyway, coincidence as it may be, I never thought I'd meet you here. It is not a coincidence. It is an inevitable consequence, I assume. Yuga, are you saying something is about to happen? We can explore either in our gears or on foot. On the gear screen, on the gear screen in the menu, use the get on, get off option to switch between modes. And we're not alone down here, so be prepared for anything. If we run into some large enemies while out of our gears, we can summon them using Call Gear. Bear in mind it'll cost you a turn, and there's no way off them again until the fight's over. Anyways, let's get moving. Yeah, now we can finally pilot around in our robot. And things get really unfair if we encounter regular tiny enemies while in a gear. Oh, wait a minute. Did I just miss out on treasure with this thing? Is this a box? No? Just part of the map, huh? What is that? Yeah, it seems like we still can't do very much with our, regular attack. I'm guessing Weltall isn't equipped with a weapon. Probably why his damage is so pitiful. Oh, all out of EP. Yeah, see, it's just that he looks like he's doing something, but apparently not. Oh, but we can use our combos now, and they actually do damage. Nice. Oh, but we need attack levels to do them. And it seems like our attack levels reset after using a combo. And we just really need to get to the point where we're able to upgrade our attacks. So it's a robot with some sort of giant fly creature attached to it. A little weird. Yeah, this battle seems rather unnecessarily difficult. Thank you, Ko. Oh, he's in his weakened state now. He's kneeling. That must mean we're close to beating him. I wouldn't worry about that too much right now. I've got more important fish to fry. Let's see. Go to the gear menu. Yeah, see, weapon, none. No wonder he does no damage. Get him, Masky! Okay, let's see. Which way's the most likely way out of here? I'm gonna go this way. Nope. Hey, Faye, my sensors are responding to something. And there appears to be quite a large cavern on the other side of that. We could only do something about that boulder. Doesn't seem like we'd be able to break it, though. Oh, by the way, I should probably use some items or something to restore our, energy. There we go, now we can use Fire Beam some more. Now, how are we gonna get up there? It's gotta be like a ramp or something, right? Well, I went around in a circle and I couldn't find a way up. Hey, this is huge! What can we do about this? We'll never be able to break it. I guess we could try pushing it. Hey now, no matter how you look at it... What the heck are you doing? Hurry up and help! Hooray for brute forcing it! We can make it if we help each other. Let's keep it up so we can get out of here. The hydromechanical pipe for your knee joint is on the verge of breaking down. It's all because of that fall from up top. And then pushing this mega colossal boulder? It won't be funny if my gear malfunctions in a huge cavern like this. Your friends won't come help us? It'd be a waste of time waiting. They probably won't come. But aren't they your friends? We tend to leave each other to our own devices. They'll think we can escape by ourselves. I wonder if Doc's okay. If you mean that guy you were with, no need to worry. I'm sure our guys have saved him by now. What? We wouldn't have fallen in here if you'd listened to me. Don't blame it on me. You should have surrendered instead of challenging me. All I wanted was your gear. Oh, cut the crap. You're the one who blindly attacked me. What else was I supposed to do? I thought I was done for if I didn't fight back. Hey, I was holding back. If you didn't get that, then you're a bit dense. Don't lie to me. You were serious back there. What, you want some? Let's have it out right here. Wait, settle it right here comes first. I won't be able to get anything done until we settle this once and for all. I thought you wanted a truce for now. Getting out of here should come first. Once we're out of here, then I'll fight you all you want. Let's hurry up and move on out. Just my luck to get stuck with you. I'll get you when we get out of here. Why do we keep standing on top of each other? Hey, now this looks like a chest. I got a gold nugget. Well, thankfully we only had to fight the one man-fly. Fighting more would have been annoying. I feel like we're gonna get left behind experience-wise, though, if we don't do more fighting. So maybe I should be challenging these guys to fights just to level up. But then again, our gears don't really gain levels, only our pilots do. See, the gears stats are fully based on the upgrades. Meanwhile, the EXP simply correlates to our pilots' levels. So I guess they need to level up. Shit, 2 of them? It's a good thing we can do guided shot now. Of course you're getting smothered, Co. Why wouldn't you? Man, it's a good thing Faye can just handle anything with his fire beam. Well, I guess there's no way to get up, so straight is the only way to go. Oh, there's an enemy robot in our path. That doesn't seem good. Oh, have excavation site, site number 8, gear number 3. Current situation? Sand sensors have confirmed sandfall in quantities greater than the standard safety threshold. The sand barrier on the south wall of the terrace stones has been closed to prevent sand from penetrating the excavation site. What's with this gear? It's well maintained for a gear just left lying around like this. Oops. I meant to ask what the surrounding situation was. There's a sand barrier in the southeast of the terrace stones. Until the barrier reopens, please assemble at the shelter located to the east of the barrier. Okay. We could do that, but my treasure hunting instincts tell me to go this way. Oh. Oh, that's the sand sensor. Oh. Oh, that was not very effective. Guess we're gonna have to fight it out the hard way. Hey, we can actually do damage to these guys. About damn time. Ooh, Iron G-Whip. You know what that means. Why does his robot have a leather whip anyways? Seems a little fishy. Meanwhile, Weltall gets fuck all for equipment. This is entirely unfair. But yeah, I can't imagine a leather whip being very effective against metal robots. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we can't combo on the little guys, but also they're completely ineffectual against us. And since we're in our robots, we can just stomp on them. This just seems really unfair to them. Can you imagine how much blood would be laying around on the ground after an encounter like that? Who'd have thought there'd be someone living in a place like this? Let's check it out. Well, I'm not seeing any items. Okay, later, kid. You have fun at the movies. Hey, Faye, this is a surprise. There's someone living in this place. Oh, I was just thinking I rarely hear gear footsteps. They your gears? Well, come on back here and make yourselves at home. Yeah, I don't think that's how I'd treat people if they suddenly broke into my house. Oh, you guys must be main characters. Come in, sit down. It's been a long time since my last visitor. What happened? Did you fall from the surface? Well, something like that. I see, that's too bad. I can tell from the sound that you both ride good gears, but a leg seems to be playing up a bit. You mean you can tell what's wrong just by the sound of the footsteps? It's easy to tell what's wrong with gears by the sounds they make. My guess is that one of them has a joint that needs a new hydromechanical pipe, making a nasty sound. It must be hard to walk with, too. Oh, by the way, my name's Balthazar, but you can call me Bal. Oh yeah? Looks like you've got quite the oddball here. What's an old man like you doing in a place like this? I guess you could call me a fossicker or a collector of things. Or a hoarder. There's much to be found lying around in this here stalactite cavern. A collector, huh? Sounds interesting. Is the stuff lined up on those shelves there for, some of your finds? You mean the fossils? They're one of the things I collect. Feel free to have a look at them. Around here, you can dig up ancient machines as well as human and animal fossils. Notice anything when you look at these shelves? They go from oldest on the left to the newest on the right. Are you an archaeologist or something? I don't quite see what you're talking about. They just look like a bunch of old bones to me. Hey, what do you think? Let me see. First, there are no human bones up to there. Then from here on, over to the right, something is slightly different, I guess. That's right, go back beyond a certain point in time, and suddenly there are no human remains to unearth. That point is roughly 10,000 years ago. What does that mean? Don't ask me, I don't know for sure, but my guess is there were no humans on this planet before then. At least it appears so. How can that be? What about all that talk about evolution? You mean the theory of evolution as taught by the Church of the Ethos? I can't trust that. Rather, I believe in the old legends and myths. Legends and myths? You don't know? Here's one such story. They say that humans and gods lived together in a paradise in the sky. With God's protection, there was no fear of death and natural disasters were entirely unknown. Then one day, the humans ate a forbidden fruit which gave them incredible wisdom. But God drove mankind from the paradise for their sin. Bitter at having been driven out of paradise, humans used their wisdom they gained to make giants. With these giants, they planned to challenge God himself, but God poured his wrath down on them. All who defied God were destroyed, but God himself did not escape unharmed. Taking paradise with him, the wounded God buried himself deep beneath the ocean to sleep for eons. Before going to sleep, God used his remaining power to create right-hearted humans to live on this planet. These people are said to be our ancestors. Well, anyway, I'll stop my rambling now. By the way, do these caves have an exit? There's an exit in the excavation site beyond the sand barrier. You can get outside through there. Sand barrier? You mean that huge wall you can see from the doorway? Yes, that's it. On the other side is an old AV excavation site. They built the wall when AV was excavating here to keep the sand from falling in from above. But they've stopped working there now. So how do we open a huge thing like that? If it's a wall, we can probably break it down. Hold your horses there, young'uns. No matter how good a gear you have, you'll never break that wall down. It's much too strong, so let's make a deal. A deal? The barrier is closed because the sand sensors were tripped. Thanks to that, now I can't go through to the other side either. Maybe it happened when you two fell in here. Were you boys fighting up there or something? You seem to be able to tell everything. Anyways, what can we do about it? Very simple. You just have to turn off the sand sensor switches. Doing that will keep the barrier from closing again. While you're away switching them off, I'll prepare to open the barrier. Right, got it. The sensors are in two places. You should see their flashing red lights. Well, good luck then. Let's go, Bart. Oh, before you go, I can share gear parts and fuel and teach you a thing or two about gear combat and maintenance. Just talk to me whenever you need something, okay? Thanks, old man. Well, we'll go and finish our part of the deal then. Got any parts to sell? First off, I guess trying to swap out the engine would be good. See, now we can do tune-up, and this is your main way of improving your gear. The other thing we can do is buy weapons to improve the gear's damage, which he doesn't have any. Or we can get extra armor. Ooh. Up the armor value to 60. That sounds good. And it only costs 500 money. Yeah, the best he has is armor 6, though. Upgrading the frame will give us better HP. But that's kind of pricey. Getting the generator is extremely pricey. Right now we have a G4 generator with the same amount of fuel. I wonder if G6 would really make that much of a difference. Well, he did say to upgrade that first, so let's give it a shot. And then we'll go over here. Upgrade his fuel as well. We could also give him a G6, but nah. I like a G6. Now I'm feeling so fly, like a G6. Does he have a way that we can get, like, recovered or anything? Yeah, we know where they are already, but still. What have you got for our little dudes? Anything good? Omega Soul? Man, I wish I could afford a bunch of Omega Soul. It seems really useful. Fully recovers your HP and energy. Oh, now we're on the upper level here. Let's make sure that there aren't any treasure chests before I drop down and get the sensor. Because I get the feeling that we need to be up here for some reason. Oh, congratulations on getting the new work shoes. I just got the 3D printing pen today. I haven't had a chance to test it yet, but I do have it. So I'm gonna work with that probably tomorrow. Also, I've been trying to find some good 3D models of Freya from Final Fantasy IX. I saw that someone made a Marvel Rivals mod of her, so I think I'm gonna have to acquire that at some point. The same person who made Rocket Raccoon into a busty female version. And I fucking loved that mod, so... Gotta go and get the Freya one. Yeah, don't worry, I've asked them for models in the past, so I think I'm gonna have to go and send them a message and be like, hey, can you give me the Blender file for this? Hey there, Julie, welcome! Yeah, raccoons are pretty cool. They've got those nice little dexterous paws, and they're always rubbing them together like they're conniving. They're all like, good, good. All going according to plan. But while I was looking for Freya models, I saw that someone made a mod for some goofy little kart racer game that adds in the other one. I'm sure that you guys know which version I'm talking about. They added it to a kart racer. So I might have to look into getting that game just so that I can play with the mod. Ooh, it's a non-insect infected robot. Yep. I don't usually play kart racers on PC. They're more of a console thing. like Mario Kart. I like Mario Kart. But then when it comes to other ones, like Crash and Diddy Kong, I'm just like, Mario Kart's kind of better. So I've never really needed to go for any other kart racers. If Kit were here, he'd probably tell me how good Lego racing is. And then the other one, I think, was over here. No, this is the way out. Was the other way. Well, it was nice of the game to only put 2 sand sensors. They could have been really annoying and gave us like 20 to find, and then we would have had to go all over the place looking for sand sensors. So I'm glad it's just 2. And thank goodness we're finally doing decent damage in the robots. Feels like we should probably just train some so that we don't have to worry about being too weak. Then again, fuel is money. Well, let's go and talk to the old man and see if he can do anything now that we've deactivated the sensors. Oh, good timing. I was just about to open up the sand barrier now. See, now we have no skybox to show the top of the cave. It's just black up there. Infinite area above the cave. Well done, old man. Our deal is done. Hey, old man, there's one thing I want to ask you. What is it? I've heard tales that gears surpassing all others, divine gears made in ancient times, lie somewhere dormant in this world. Do you know anything about them? Man-made gods created with the wisdom of God, their power would each be that of 1,000 years. With the wave of an arm, they could wipe out a city. Their battle cries would thunder in the heavens. You must be speaking of the Omni-Gears. You know of them. Could they possibly be what you're talking about in your tale of the battle with God? Goodness gracious, you too, boy? Those stories were made to inspire man's soul, but they're just legends. Such things don't really exist. Anyway, allow me to check the tuning of your gears. I should be done in about an hour, so just sit tight for a bit. Been a while since I last serviced a gear. This should be fun. Hey, wait. Ah, he's gone. So, Bart, do you think the divine gears in that story are buried in the ground somewhere? I think that's what I've heard. Could one of the gears we're using be one of them? Yeah, right. What are the chances of that happening? The gears being excavated are a few hundred years old at most. Nowhere near as old as the gears in that legend. Then why were they in the ground? I don't know. We have no records about that stuff, but there must be some truth in the tales that they were buried after a great war. The gunshot marks covering most of the gear's armor would appear to confirm that. You mentioned you have no records from the last several hundred years. How about before that? None from then either. The church controls all the records from that time period. Maybe they have some very ancient records too. All we know about our history is from the little pieces that we find for ourselves. Anyway, Faye, what do you make of the old man? What do you mean? Why would such an old man live all alone in this abandoned cave? I don't know, probably digging for ancient gears or something. Right, so you think so too? Hey, I just said that as a joke. Don't take all that stuff seriously. They're only legends, you know. No, that old man is up to something. This can't be. What's wrong, old man? Is this your gear? Well, sort of. Where did you get it? I'm just borrowing it. This is the host for the spirit of the Slayer of God. Wait a second, what did you just say? Nothing, I didn't say anything. No, I heard you, something about slaying God? Hey, isn't that what you said, old man? Your gears are fixed, you have no more business here. I don't feel well, be on your way. Be on our way, listen here, old man. I like how we can just repair the God Slayer mech with regular-ass parts and replace its frame and engine, and still have it be more powerful somehow. Like, shouldn't replacing parts from a mythical robot make it less mythical if we just use common parts? Come on, think, guys, think! There's a tiny gondola, and then there's whatever this thing is. I'm guessing we're gonna have to abandon the gears for a while. I sure hope we don't have to fight any gears while on foot, though. The enemy would be at an advantage if these guys showed up to fight us while we were on foot. I suppose we could just call our gears, but would they be able to get across the gap if we did that? Just, oh, you gotta get out. Oh, by the way, summon! Ah, jumped over. Haha. If I remember correctly, in later levels, there are parts where we have to go into buildings and we're not allowed to bring our gears, but enemies will have gears with them. Oh. Well, shit, I'm just going to, put all the really good armor on Faye, then. Seems like here, have good armor. Currently the main power's off. Of course it is. How are we using the gondola, then? Are we just pushing it? Does it have a little crank inside to make it go? Have excavation site. Main power generator. Currently the main power is off. Starting main generator. Done. Operating normally. Wow, I can't believe it didn't break down or anything and require us to collect shit. Usually they'd be like, oh, the generator's missing a piece. You gotta go on a fetch quest. These are some very exactly cut stones here. I don't see any items down there, though, so let's search around a little bit. I gotta make sure I don't miss out on any treasure. Okay, I don't see anything. Down the hole we go. Man, get the fuck out of here, man-fly. Tired of dealing with your bullshit. There, I really stuck it to him. Let's see, anything over there? Nope, just a little crane. Make sure that the camera's not in an angle that's gonna get blocked when we take the elevator. That's more like it. What is that? That's a big boy. Can I pilot it? I want that one. I want the giant robot, please. I like this battle music with the, like, alert sirens going on in the background. It feels very, atmospheric. The word that I'm looking for. Ooh. Nice missile pods. Yeah, I want that one. Somebody mod the game where I can play that robot. Oh, but look at how big its punches are. I don't want to pull my punches. Maybe. It doesn't have all the armored core parts, it's just someone started ripping them. So it's getting more armored core parts. It all comes down to people willing to do the work to figure out how to get these things out of the video game. Unfortunately, I don't have that knowledge, and I'm spending my time learning how to make Space Baby plushes and 3D models, so I don't really have time to sit down and figure out how to rip models out of games. But for the people who do, I really appreciate their effort. I just want to be able to make stuff that makes people happy. And I'm hoping that these streams do that. We all gotta find out what we can do to make other people happy. It's essential. Well, that's good. I'm happy to be here as long as you guys are. Those missiles are really doing a number on me, though. Let's see if we can't finish him off with the laser beam. Oh. Never mind, the laser beam does fuck all to this guy. Rocket punch! Well, that seals it. I need this guy as a playable robot. Sure how I'm going to beat him, though, with how much damage he's been soaking up. Feels like he's damn near invincible. Like, do I just have to keep training until I can do a shitload of damage? My beam reminds me of the General Black fight from Dragon Ball. In Dragon Ball, the quest for power, Kid Goku has to fight the leader of the Red Ribbon Army. He's in a giant robot that's immune to the Kamehameha wave. However, whenever he kills Goku's friend, he gets the power to blast right through him. It was essentially like him going Super Saiyan, but before that was a concept. I guess we're not getting out of here. That just makes me think that there's only one thing to do. We're gonna have to grind so that we can get those upgrades. Yeah, the chonk was too strong for me. You're absolutely right about that. Oh, also, while I was looking for Freya mods, I saw that someone put her in Final Fantasy VII Remake, but the creator made the mod private, so can't have any rat mommy in Final Fantasy VII anymore. Not that I have Final Fantasy VII Remake anyway, so it's not like I needed it, I just thought it was really cool. But yeah, there's really not a lot of variety when it comes to Freya models, so I was really disappointed with that and was just looking around to see if there were any that I missed. Having options is nice. Or as Knack would say, ice is nice. That's right, Knack is back, baby! I think the best we can do for now, though, is just get our money up so that we can keep upgrading our robot. With strong robots, we'll be able to beat that guy, no problem. It kinda sucks that we're at the point where we have to start grinding, but it feels like we get there all the time in these sorts of games. And we are getting further in since it's the second video. We're like, what, 5 hours into the game? So it's about time that we start having to upgrade. Can't just breeze through the game with starting gear forever. Oh. Is he just gone? What the fuck? Oh, there he is. He's in the kitchen now. He has nothing more to say to us. No, I want him to sell us parts. That's just extra armor. He has nothing for us to really buy, but we got the engine. We can refill our fuel. I think we should definitely upgrade the frame as much as possible. And we already upgraded the armor. And then we can upgrade the engine here. Upgrade the frame. And we already upgraded the armor. And there. Now they're fully upgraded. No, I wanted items for Faye and what's-his-face, Bart. Give me these items. Wait, why is the Omega Sol so cheap? HP, EP, restores HP and EP to full. The one for 10 EP is more expensive than the one that refills it to full. Is that a glitch? Am I breaking the system? Anyway, let's take our upgraded robots now, do a little bit more level grinding, and then we'll go back and try to face that guy again. God damn. Well, now we can do some serious damage with just our regular attacks. Good to know. Yeah, we're just doing that RPG thing where you walk around in circles to try and find fights. Sort of like in Pokemon. Oh, speaking of, I just saw that there was a Pokemon, crafting game. It's not quite Minecraft, but it's more like Terraria or, Starbound, I suppose. Got an overhead view, so you can't dig down, but you collect, like, wood and shit to make items. It looked interesting. I think it's called Craftmon 1990X. You can just go around and get your not Pokemon and have them break down the trees for you and shit so that you can make items. It has a little jumping mechanic where you can dash in the air across gaps, and, you know, there's some movement mechanics. There are various items that you can get throughout, like some sort of grappling yo-yo. It looked cool. Yeah, I think the main thing that we were missing was just, upgrading our robots all the way. I'm just gonna keep going around, though, until I find some more experience so that we can do even more damage to this guy whenever we get to him, because he's gonna be a bitch. Even if we do now have much more strength. Meanwhile, we do 200 to these guys now. That's enough to make them like a little red smear with how much damage we do. Come on, Bart, get to level 18. See, originally the game had a much higher encounter rate, but the person who made this mod also increased the amount of EXP that you get, so having this lower encounter rate, it doesn't really hinder us from our gameplay experience, but it's supposed to allow us to experience the story easier. I'm not entirely sure, though, whenever there are parts that require grinding. There we go, Bart's level 18 now. He learned a new attack, and we should be good to go and fight the boss. Now we're just gonna hop in here and get our fuel restored. And I like that one of the options for him is just tell us a story. Hey, old guy, can you just tell us a story, please? We're really craving a story before bed. We figured you might know some. Yeah, no, this isn't gonna break the game at all. Now that we have 99 of the thing that restores our HP and EP to full. Well, for one thing, I don't think it's gonna work on our robots, so it's not gonna break those fights where we have to fight big mechs like the one that we're up against. I suppose the save point should have been some indication that there was a big guy down there, but I don't know, I just didn't account on fighting him. Or think to upgrade before fighting him, rather. But yeah, we should have been preparing better. But now our mechs are big and scary, our pilots are better at piloting. I'm hoping things go better. Man, I want that big robot. Oh, also good news, I'm up to 200 or 2,600 watch hours now. So if I can just get up to 3,000, I'll be able to get super chats on YouTube. Yeah, I think we're doing a lot better damage-wise. I don't know how upgrading our frame made our damage go up, but it's whatever. It's funny how much the red robot reminds me of like a Armored Core style attempt to recreate a Sharzaku. It just looks like that's what they were going for. Like, how can we make copyright distinct Sharzaku for this game? This is no Zaku, boy, no Zaku. I can have Faye try using inner healing, but I don't think it works on Gears. It just raises its defense. It'd be nice if we had a way to heal here, though. I'm just testing to see if the laser beam still doesn't work, and yeah, it still doesn't work. I was hoping with the extra levels they would actually be able to do some damage with it. But yeah, it doesn't look like that's an option. Oh yeah, we got him this time. Ha, what an idiot. Appearances really can be deceiving, eh, Faye? ... Anyway, looks like that's the exit. So it'll soon be adios to this old cavern. What the? out of the way, Bart. Whoa, what the hell did you just do? Dot 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 dot. Hey. Huh? What do you mean, huh? What in blazes was that? Don't you know? No. I don't know. That was incredible. You just blew that huge thing to pieces. Why didn't you use that technique a bit earlier? I don't know that technique. I have no idea what I even did. Oh well, I guess that doesn't matter. Anyways, thanks for helping me out. So now that we've got rid of that nuisance, let's get out of here. So what's in these boxes? Anything? No. They're just part of the world map. I was really hoping I could open some chests. Oh well. What a scenic view! Wow, I never thought we'd end up here. Which is where exactly? Can you make out those twin mountains in the distance? There lies Breidablik, the royal capital of Av, and Fatima Castle. There's no king living there right now, though. Anyway, that's my old hometown. Hometown? I'd like to go ahead and settle our dispute, but considering how close we are to the capital of Av, we probably get caught. Hey, stop looking so glum, chum. I guess I'll have to get you back to your friends soon, or you'll die of fretting or something. Anyway, the rendezvous point with the Yggdrasil is right over there. Don't worry, you'll be meeting your friend in no time at all. Hey, I was worried about you. Doc! Welcome to the Sand Cruiser Yggdrasil. We apologize for the earlier incident. My name is Mason. I'm sure everyone has introduced themselves already, but please allow me to formally introduce the Sand Pirates leader, Master Bartholomew. By the way, may I ask, young master, did you apologize to Master Fei? Huh? Yeah, I told him it was my bad, didn't I? My bad after the event isn't going to cut it, young master. I'm sorry I've delayed introducing myself. My name is Sigurd, and I'm the first mate of this sand cruiser. Fei, that was your name, right? Satan told me a little about what happened. We caused you so much trouble because we acted recklessly. I sincerely apologize to you. Oh, and it seems that the doctor is not who he says he is. He's got some secret past with the Emperor of Mankind. As recompense, allow us to give you a ride to whatever destination you want, but please bear with us while we make a detour back to our base for supplies. In the meantime, everyone, enjoy a pleasant cruise. Well, sand cruise to be more precise. It must be fate that we met like this. Well then, please let me know if you need anything. That's the situation, so now forgive me, will ya? Young master, stay out of mischief. And then they dragged him away. Let's go and wait in our cabin until we arrive. It is very well made and comfortable. What is wrong? You look down. No, well, something happened? No, nothing. And here we go. Now we can just go over here and look at our robot. See, you can get a little front view of the robot with little workers walking around. That's some nice world dressing there. And then we can do the same for parts robot, and there are more hangar spots, so you know what that means. Eventually we're gonna get more robots. And then over here, this building. This is where we're going to be tuning up our robot from now on for most of the game. Oh, we can upgrade again already? I mean, yeah, I guess we want to, but still. It's gonna burn a hole in my money. There we go, our robots are all upgraded up. And I thought the way out was over here, but it must be on the other side of the hangar. This the way out? No. Is it this jumbo door over here? No. I forget how we get out of the hangar. Oh. There it is. Tiny little door over here. And see, then we switch to the close-up view. I hope you're not too taken aback. Lately there are far more highly energetic lads around the young master. So yours truly, who is in charge of his education, demanded to have this room created. But because of that, I ended up having to take a side job. How may I be of service? Let's see. What sort of weapons can we get? Ooh, agility increase. Give me one of those. There we go. Hopefully that'll make Faye more powerful and super speedy. That's the goal anyways. I am sacrificing defense for this though. Hopefully he doesn't need it. We'll find out later if I'm correct about that. I mean, I could just keep leveling him up until he's strong enough. We're almost to my hideout. We're almost at the hideout. We'll probably stop there for a while for supplies and repairs. Well, I'm glad they both told me that we were almost to the hideout. Isn't this a nice little transition to traveling around in the sand cruiser? I think it's on autopilot right now. That was a nice, pretty look around the overworld. And here's what it looks like when it's not in sand. Kinda reminds me of one of the bosses from Thunder Force. See, Thunder Force has this reoccurring enemy called the Gargoyle, and its boss battle always starts off with a giant spaceship coming out, and you have to fight along the ship, blowing up all of its cannons so that they can't shoot you. And then whenever it has no more defenses, it drops the Gargoyle out of its bottom. And then you have to fight that while the ship escapes. Welcome back, Bart. Bart, what did you bring us? Well, I've got a new model gear and 2 people that we helped out. What, a gear? How boring. Don't you have anything more interesting? I thought you'd say that. Look, this is amber I found in a stalactite cavern under the desert. It's rare to find one with a bug in it. Wow, thanks, Bart. What's that? Let's go, we gotta show it off to everyone. Well then, I'm gonna tune up my gear a little. Why don't you two go have some tea with Old Mason? Thanks, Old Mason. Please, walk this way. Gotta do that stupid visual gag where they say, walk this way, and then they start walking and you copy the way they're walking. This is the residential section. Walk this way. Well, they gave me the freedom to explore, so I'm just gonna go and check everything. There sure are a lot of save points at this point in the game. I wonder what's gonna happen. I'm just looking for some extra items, though. But I don't think we're gonna find any here. It's a little too early for us to be getting really good shit anyway, so let me follow them. Oh, well, this way just leads me back outside. Maybe they went back here. Yeah, there we go. This is the dining hall. I'm sorry it's so shabby. Please take a seat. Perhaps you would like some of my famous tea, Master Fei and good doctor? Once again doing the 3D with 2D sprites again. Young visitors are rare indeed. The young master must be very happy. If things were normal, we wouldn't be living in the desert, but rather back in the royal palace. Royal palace? You mean that young one is connected to the old Fatima dynasty? Pardon? No, I'm just a senile old fool who talks too much. Pay no attention to what I just said. But that one-eyed youth does have a certain bearing. Well said, sir. Awfully good of you to notice. If I may, I would like to tell you, the young gent is the last forgotten scion of the once proud Fatima dynasty, which was overthrown by one Prime Minister Shakan, Prince Bartholomew Fatima, Edbert IV's successor? I am sure it was announced that Bartholomew died of an illness 12 years ago. Officially, yes. However, in reality, we rescued the young prince from Shakan's evil grasp. Then why must the prince, the rightful heir, resort to piracy? Since fleeing to this land, we have had only one wish, that the young master grow up to be a great man, rather than reclaim the throne? That is correct. Of course, to see we have absolutely no desire to restore his rule would be a lie. We have plans for that as well, and part of those plans is piracy? Well, yes, but there's a reason for that. Both Av and Kislev are single-minded in excavating the ruins. Each country's strength is increasing daily. Even if we could get the help of all our comrades to start a revolution, the combined strength of all of us would still not be enough. We would certainly be suppressed by Shakan's guards in no time at all. We needed power. We tried excavating the ruins using the Yggdrasil, but it didn't work as well as we expected. Excavating requires tremendous amounts of time, labor, and capital. The best we can do with our sand cruiser is find small items in the sand. Hence the piracy. Oh, the whole front of the ship looks like it opens up. Regardless of who gains the ruins technology, one thing is certain. Both Kislev and Av will simply use that power to oppress the other. I agreed with the young master's idea, namely to weaken any new offensive capabilities and balance out both nations' military might. I see. It is far more effective to plunder from the shadows than to excavate the technology yourselves. Of course, pillaging is an unpardonable act, but we cannot simply let Av leave Ignis as it is. I suppose it all sounds rather self-righteous. That is something which outsiders like ourselves can't comment on. From what you have told me, I feel that the result of what you are doing will be good. Seeing your children here tells me that. I am much relieved by your words. Another cup of tea? Yes, please, thank you. You mentioned you had plans. Why have you not put them into action? With Miss Margie imprisoned, we dare not do anything. She would not happen to be Nissan's. Nissan's? You are well informed, my dear doctor. She is the Holy Mother Margaret of Nisan. I'm just gonna call it Nissan from now on. Like the car. And the young master's cousin as well. Why would Chakan take her captive? For the Xenogears? The Jasper said to reveal the whereabouts of a great treasure? My good doctor, you do know an awful lot. I am most impressed. You do not like my tea, Master Faye? No, it's not that. It just tastes like shit! Well, we have no idea what the great treasure actually is, but it's said to be strong enough to save our kingdom if it's ever in peril. And Marguerite has the Jasper that tells the location? Only half of it, to be precise. The young master and Miss Marguerite each have half. Only by combining the two halves will anyone know where the treasure is. What exactly is the Fatima Jasper? When you say a half of the Jasper, I imagine some kind of necklace? Only the heirs of Av and Nissan know what it is. I see, so that is why they have her locked up. My guess is that when they do find out, her chances of living are not. I apologize. I was only supposing the worst case, so please do not take it to heart. No, let us face the facts. Ahem, just what is the great treasure, I wonder? Well, I haven't the foggiest. It's a gear, I tell you, a gear it has to be! Young master, how goes the gear maintenance? The sand's eaten into the joints, despite their seals. It's a pain in the neck to fix, so I'm having the crew take care of it now. My job is just to pilot them anyways. Besides, I'm bad with machines, so I'd just get in the way. Young master. Where'd the third cup come from? Anyway, what were you talking about? Whether the great treasure could be a gear? Oh yeah, you know, something like that is drawn in one of the picture scrolls. Picture scrolls? I'm starting to think he might be illiterate and can only read pictures. Well, if you're interested, then let's go to the planning room. I'll show you what I mean, since you're my special guest. That sounds interesting. Maybe he can, maybe he can't. I'm just going to decide that he can't. Hang on. We've got a split decision here. Let's enter anyways. Ah! Oh, it's just another iron whip. And there's a picture of probably Bart and his cousin. Let me just get up here and see if I can't find anything. Nope, I can't find anything. Oh well. This place is incredible. They probably do not even have equipment like this in the capital. Surprised? All this technology is thanks to Sig. Hey, Faye, don't stand on the screen. We won't be able to see. Alright, men, display the special file on the main screen. What is this? A picture scroll nearly 500 years old. This is King Fatima. Body cloaked in flames, making a blood oath with a giant. They say he used the strength of the giant to found Av. It is amazing that such an ancient scroll exists and in such good condition. I thought the Church of Ethos controlled all things such as these. Normally, yes, but this was one of my father's prized possessions. Next. After founding the country, Fatima forced the giant into slumber. To protect his kingdom's people, it needed to be people if needed in the future. We don't know where it's hidden, though. In another record, the giant is referred to as the Great Fatima Treasure. What about the Jasper? Hey, you sure know a lot. Perhaps you're one of Shakan's spies? Of course not. It is only an intellectual interest. Just kidding. It appears the Jasper is the key to finding our treasure. A key? Could that be what Shakan is looking for? Not just him. Gabara are also looking for it. Really? Then we must rescue Marguerite as soon as possible. You're telling me. Hey, he's standing on the screen. Since we helped you, I was wondering if I could, in turn, ask you a favor. Would that be for us to help rescue her? Bright boy, that's exactly it. I heard from Sigurd. It seems that both Av and Kislev are after you. So we can help you, and you can come help us. How about it? It's not much to ask. Well, if it pays for my room and board, then I will help in any way I can. What do you think, Faye? You have not said anything for a while. Yeah, you were great back there in that stalactite cavern. Your strength alone is greater than 10 or 20 of Shakan's guards. ... I'd love to have your power on my side. Why does everyone want to make me fight? What's wrong with you all of a sudden? Hey? I just can't right now. Love to have my power? I don't have any. And yet you and the doc and him, why'd you all... I have enough on my mind as it is. Then there's that gear, the stuff with Graf and my father. I don't exactly have the spare time to take on your problems too. What's with him? Is he always that short-tempered? No, he's never like that, I'm sorry. Things have happened so fast that he has not had time to process them yet. Try to understand. Dot dot dot. This is a common phrase in this universe. We're gonna help service gears now. Yeah, let's go. Dot dot dot. Anyways, we're at the 3-hour mark. We defeated the giant sandworm, went through an underground cave after getting picked up by pirates, and then we fought a giant mech that was really tough for a while, but we eventually beat him. I think we've made some good progress. Also, there's this overarching plot about the war between Kislev and Av, and it feels very much like the one in Skyrim with the storm cloaks and all of that, so, you know, parallels. We did good, though. I'm gonna have to grind up some money at some point, but I think we can still get further in the story before I have to do that. I'm gonna drop one more save state so that we don't lose our progress, just in case the save doesn't take for some reason. And, I think that's it for the stream. We did good. I hope you all had a really fun time. Big shout outs to my patrons, Nerdy Neko Kit and Codarian. Your donations help me get commissions, help me maintain my computer, and allow me to get new games, new models, all sorts of good stuff for the stream and improvements. Ciao for now, everyone, and Hexi out.